Hi, and welcome to episode number 9 of Get Involved Pittsburgh on PCTV. Thank you very much for tuning into the show. My name is Tom Baker, and I'm happy to be back as your host. We've enjoyed a lot of great guests over the course of this program, and we've got another great slate of 6 guests here for you in the next hour on Get Involved Pittsburgh. Just to go over who we're going to be with over the course of the next hour, we have Captain Glenn Malia here with us, Doug Smith and Jesse Marsh from Light of Life Ministries, Kelly Kachamba from the FBI, Lindsay Smith, the author of Junk Foods and Junk Moods, and Austin Ransom, a former student athlete from the University of Pittsburgh and now who works there with all the student athletes at the University of Pittsburgh. So it's going to be a great show. I just want to give you a quick update with how things are going for Get Involved. We did become a 503 over the course of the fall. We've got a great year of programming set up in 2012 with Power Hour, Morning Mix. Our third annual Pittsburgh Service Summit is coming up on April 4th at Carlow University again this year, and we're just about to kick off our third cohort of the Fast Track Community Leaders Program. So things are definitely going well within Get Involved. You can check out more about Get Involved just at getinvolvedinc.org, or you can always find out information at bakerleadership.com. Hope you enjoyed our time with Smith. Up next, we have Austin Ransom, who's here with us in the studio. Austin is a former standout linebacker from the University of Pittsburgh. He's now the Life Skills Coordinator for the University of Pittsburgh Athletics Department. Austin, thanks for being with us.
I appreciate the opportunity of you having me on.
Great. Well, tell us a little bit about the kind of process of coming to Pittsburgh. You know, when you got recruited to play here, how did that process work out for you?
I actually had a very interesting journey coming here. I wasn't recruited. I came in as a walk-on.
Oh, okay.
So it was a very interesting journey for me. My older brother, who I'm very close with, was already enrolled at Pitt. So I knew this was a place that I wanted to be. I was a very family-oriented person. Me and my brother had a good relationship. It was close enough to home, being from Buffalo, New York, that I could get home if I needed to, but it was further enough away that I had that live on my own college experience. Mm-hmm. So I fell in love with the city as soon as I first came on my first visit, and just growing up playing football my whole life, I got in contact with the coaches, and they offered me a tryout for my first day when I was here on campus.
That's great. My little brother Preston from Big Brothers Big Sisters now is 20 years old. He's playing college soccer, D3. He tells me about all the experiences, the time it takes, the passion it takes to be a successful college athlete. Could you share a little bit about your experiences here at Pittsburgh playing?
Yeah, it really does take a lot of determination and dedication.
D1 football, I mean, that's intense.
D1 football, absolutely. It's kind of the big leagues, as I guess you can say.
Sure.
But everything is kind of mapped out for you. You have to have great time management skills because you have to make sure that you keep your grades up so you're eligible to play, and then you're practicing, watching film, working out, doing all those little things that go into it so you're prepared and ready for the games on Saturday. Mm-hmm. And especially as me as a walk-on, I always felt like I had to prove myself. So I was always making sure I was one of the first guys in the gym, working hard, and always watching extra film and just kind of doing anything that the coaches needed from me, so opportunity to show what I had and ultimately get on the field.
So you're working with hundreds of students now every year. When you look back to your own collegiate experience, what are you most proud of? What kind of stands out from you? Maybe some of the good experiences that you now share with students from your own collegiate experience.
For my collegiate experience, what I'm most proud of through my journey, I would say, is that I was voted by my teammates and my peers to be one of the captains as an underclassman. My junior year, I was voted to be the special teams captain, and it was the first time in 17 years that a non-senior was a captain of the football program. Just my journey and through all the programming that we offer now through the leadership training and all that different kind of stuff, that people saw the hard work in me, and they saw those leadership skills that I was able to portray on the field, and going down and will always be remembered as a Pitt captain.
That's great. That is something to be incredibly proud of. Absolutely. I know that the work that you're doing now with Penny Samaya, with the Life Skills Department, you as the Life Skills Coordinator, is something also to be really proud of. There's a lot of great things going on at the University of Pittsburgh. My wife and I have really enjoyed some of your events, networking with your students, hopefully helping them in their careers. Tell us a little bit about the department and some of the work that you do as the Life Skills Coordinator.
What we do in Life Skills is we work with all the student athletes. There's 455 of them, and what we do is help them throughout the different transition phases of their life. So when they come in as a freshman, we teach them different skills that they're going to need to know in college, whether it's financial education and teaching them the importance of budgeting, knowing how to use their blocks and dining dollars, maybe setting up banking accounts and checking accounts so they have a debit card instead of carry around cash. We teach them the importance of their academics, making sure that they're getting tutoring, doing the hours. We do leadership training. We do community service outreach stuff. We help them find out what careers they want to go into. We do tons of networking stuff for them, career fairs, help them build their resumes, help them write resumes. So pretty much what we do is we work with them throughout all the different phases of their life so that they're prepared for life in college and life beyond college once they graduate and move on.
That's great. Now, for our young leaders out there, our young athletes that maybe want to aspire to be an Austin Ransom someday, or a Penny Samai, or an Adam Gunn, they want to go to college, they want to play a different sport. It's funny, actually. The largest population that tells me that they watch this television show are 7th and 8th graders that watch it on, on Channel 21 and 47 in the series. They're like, hey, you're the Get Involved guy. For those kids, Adam, the children, the students that are watching at home, thinking, that Austin Ransom, that seems like the dream. He played sports, he played the sport he loved, he became a captain, now he's working in it. What would you tell a youngster out there kind of watching the show how to live that dream that you've kind of experienced?
A great demographic. A lot of our community outreach and stuff is we cater towards that middle school age because high school is such an important time in someone's life. So we want to make sure that we prepare them. And what I would tell to those kids is make sure you're doing things the right way. Make sure you're paying attention and respecting your parents, respecting your teachers, whether you play sports, respecting your coaches, because building that and having respect, good work ethic, being determined and dedicated, all those things will help you excel at the next level. So we always teach them the importance of education because as good as you are at sports, if you don't have the grades, you can't even get a scholarship if your scores aren't good enough. And playing sports is such a small time frame that you need something that is going to excel your career on life beyond sports. So the importance of education is huge. We always want to make sure that they stay healthy, that they're being physically active, that they're eating right. All those different little kind of things and all those little life skills, I'll tell them to focus on because that's ultimately what's going to get you into college and to pursue that dream that you have.
That's really good advice. We need to bring you out to speak to some of our little brothers with big brothers, big sisters. That's really terrific advice. For employers that might flip it up a little bit, for employers that might be out there watching, thinking, I could hire a person or I could hire a student athlete for a job opening that I have with my corporation or my organization. What do you think really sets student athletes apart, maybe through what they've learned through college, that makes them exemplary employees to hire?
I think one thing just right off the bat is they know how to handle adversity. If you think about it, you're always going to hit adversity in your job, but athletics is a great platform where no matter what, there's going to be a time where they have to fight through adversity, whether it's in competition when they're down back for a victory, or maybe they're not getting playing time, or a freshman comes in and starts over them. All those different things in their lives that you learn through athletic, you learn teamwork, you learn camaraderie, you learn how to respect your coach and your elders, you know how to work with upper class people. That it's all those different little transferable skills that will help in the job market. And something neat that we all actually do at Pitt is we have our own leadership academy. And what kind of employer out there wouldn't want somebody that is leadership trained and been through leadership training? Because nowadays, people are getting hired for jobs that maybe they didn't major in, but if they can build a good team around them that produces good work, and that all starts from having good leadership.
You are the right man for your job. That's excellent. That's excellent. Now, life skills departments aren't that common, right? I think Pitt there's not that many universities in the country that have programs like that, or is that a growing trend?
Well, actually, at the Division I level, it's required that all NCAA Division I institutions have some kind of life skills program.
Some sort of a program, okay.
But depending on what your school's budget is and how much effort they put into that, sometimes it's tied in with academic support.
Right.
So you might have your same academic counselors that are doing the life skills thing. Fortunate for enough for us at Pitt, to have our own department. You mentioned Penny earlier. Penny is an outstanding individual that runs our program, and what we do is we're able to have the academic counselors do their own thing and let us solely focus on life skills.
That's great. What are the best ways for people to kind of follow Pitt Athletics or to kind of see what's going on with the work that you and Penny are doing at Pitt?
We have a website, PittsburghPanthers.com, and then you can go on the life skills link from there. Also, we actually are trying to get into this whole social media thing, and we just started a Life Skills Facebook page and a Pitt Athletic Twitter. So we're constantly tweeting different events and services and programs and community service things that we have going on. And it's also a way for our student athletes to know because sometimes they're not checking their emails, but we know everyone is always on their computer.
Great. Well, I'll make sure to like and follow you guys when I get back to my office.
We appreciate that.
Absolutely. Awesome. We've kind of covered with the other guests. What are your goals for 2012? What are some things that you want to accomplish this year?
Professionally, I oversee all the community outreach done by Pitt student athletes. Last year alone, we completed over 2,700 hours of community service with our student athletes. So professionally, we just want to continue to grow. We want to get over 3,000 hours of community service. We want to work with more organizations, different organizations. We want to get more of our student athletes involved and constantly in the community, and just to continue to grow professionally, personally. That would be my main goals and kind of my New Year's resolutions for 2012.
Well, good. Well, congrats on all the good work that you're doing at the University of Pittsburgh. Just from my own perspective, I'm very happy that you stayed in Pittsburgh. I mean, I think that's a big deal to us is retention, keeping talent that's come from other cities to Pittsburgh to maybe go to college and retaining you and keeping here. So thanks very much for staying in the city as well. And I just look forward to seeing you continuing to grow in your career here. So
Appreciate it.
Thanks very much to Austin Ransom. We're going to come back in just a minute. Hopefully you enjoyed Austin. He was fantastic. We'll be back in just a minute, though, with a very funny man. Krish Mohan's going to be here in the studio with us. Was just featured